Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, PUR Cosmetics, I'm not going to say broke the internet, but they definitely did create some buzz there when they announced they were coming out with 100 shades of their newest foundation. And people were talking because it was just like, well, is this, actual inclusivity, because that's the thing now, to be inclusive and to be diverse? Or is it another one of those, brands thinking that it's the number that counts? Well, you launch 40 and you launch 50, you launch 60, so we're going to come out with 100. I was looking at their foundations, and it's not like they've really always been about that life, so I could see why some people were talking. I was looking, I saw foundations with 3 shades, 4 shades, 9 shades, 10 shades, 11 shades. To be fair though, last year they did release a foundation stick that came in 24 shades, so maybe this was a build-up. We were getting our toes wet last year, which I was supposed to try that foundation, by releasing more shades there, but it's here now, and y'all know I test out foundations here on my channel, so I did go ahead and pick it up. We've got some things to chat about, so let's just go. So this is the PUR 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Long Wear Foundation and Concealer. This retails for $36 for 1 fluid ounce. Let's see what it says here about this foundation. It's time to love your skin, your selfie, and the way you look from every angle with 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. This groundbreaking all-in-one skincare-infused long-wear foundation and concealer instantly masks and blurs the look of imperfections as it helps enhance your natural beauty. Enriched with age-defying creatine complex and antioxidant-rich energy complex that's made from a signature blend of green tea, ginseng, and vitamin B. This redefining complexion miracle is makeup you can feel good about. Packed with good for your skin nutrients, this medium to full coverage foundation and concealer helps fight against environmental stress. That's a really long paragraph. All right, so let's see here. Fight against environmental stressors, skin damaging effects, high energy visible blue light. Choose your perfect match from 100 vegan friendly shades. Help conceal blemishes, dark spots, and imperfections. All right, we get it. So as you can see by the title, what we need to talk about is this shade, okay? As you can imagine, it's rather hard picking your shade out of 100 shades, especially when you're shopping online. Y'all know I don't shop in store. Is this even available in store? If it is available in store, are all 100 shades available in store? So, what I do like that brands are doing now is that they're including a shade finder, kind of similar to the one on Sephora, where you can input a shade that you already know is a match to yourself, and then they'll tell you, based on what you put in, what shade is the best shade for you to go for. I've seen that on a couple websites now. It's also on PUR's website. So here's where the problem starts, okay? So I put in first the Cover FX Power Play in the shade N110, and it gave me DPN5 truffle rich brown skin with neutral undertones. Okay, always want to put in more than one, right? So then I put in the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in New Caledonia, which some of you said was a better shade match for me than Cover FX, and that gave me DPN6 Espresso Rich Brown Skin with neutral undertones. And then I put in the foundation I've been wearing lately, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Matte Foundation, which also gave me DPN6 Espresso Rich Brown Skin with neutral undertones. So since I put in 3 foundations, and 2 out of the 3 foundations said DPN6, that is what I purchased. This is DPN6. Something felt off like the second I got that shade match, because I was like, how do you have 100 shades of foundation and I'm still the 98th shade out of 100? Because DPN6 is the 3rd to last shade. So there's this, and then there's 2 shades after this. So I was like, how am I the 3rd to last shade that this foundation comes in? And let's see here. Bring that down. Can you see it? Yeah, that's how, because it's not my shade. That's how. That is the shade on my chest. Let's just get it out of the way right now. If you use me as a shade reference, this is not going to be the video where you can find your shade, but we already have it. We're already here, and y'all know I've looked crazier in the past. So we still don't try it, so at least we know what the formula of this foundation is like, but PUR, that might be something we want to work on there. Okay, so because we already know it's darker than my actual shade, I'm not gonna put it on my face. I put 1 pump on the back of my hand, so we're gonna dip into it there and try seeing if just, applying it this way and seeing where we need it helps us not look as crazy today. Oh wow. Well, I mean, at least they have darker shades, right? That there's always a bright side to something. At least we know that the shades go darker. Since it's just like my forehead area left, I'm gonna try to get just a little bit there and finish that up. Okay, once again, trying to find the bright side here. There's 2 darker shades after this one. So, you know, maybe PUR did come in with these shades there on the darker end of the spectrum. But this is what the foundation looks like on my face. Just foundation. Y'all know I leave one side of my face untouched just with foundation, and the other side I set. We're gonna add some concealer in there today because, you know, we're gonna try to do something here with my face that's at least not as noticeable on one side of my face. And well, let's just try to figure this out. This is the Jouer High Coverage Concealer. Actually, I feel like it's a little too light, even though I like a highlighted under eye look, but you know, we're gonna use it for today's purposes. I have a slight tingling feeling in my face, like a slight, I'm not sure what that is, but just throwing that out there. Okay, so there is the concealer. For all the people who love telling me, do you know how many times I've tried a foundation where the shade is clearly too dark for me and people tell me stop complaining, just lighten it up with some concealer? This is how people would look if they actually listened to you, all right? That's not how this works. That's not how, anyway. So this is the concealer on my face, and then we are going to set this side of my face, my under eye, and you know, my face. Okay, so this is where we are once again. Not set side, set side. It is currently, let's see here, 9:30 on the dot there. Yes, so I'm going to check in midday and then we'll be back later to see how the foundation itself holds up. Okay, so it is 12:30 in the afternoon and this is what my face is looking like. This is also the best lighting that we're gonna get because it is raining out. You know, as far as the shade goes, you can still clearly tell that it is not my shade match, but you know, in natural lighting, it's not that crazy. I did push my wig back just so once again we can see the difference between my skin and the foundation there. That's as far as the shade goes. And as far as my face, you know, she's looking a little slippery there, especially the side that I did not set there. The side that I did set, you know, doing a little better there. But I'm gonna go, you know, a couple more hours and then see how I'm feeling about this foundation, and I'll come back and tell all of you. Okay, so it is 3:17 and this is what my face is looking like. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling this. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. I'm feeling greasy, like not even oily because I have oily skin, but I'm feeling greasy. I'm the type of person where touch and feel is very important to me. I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of it now, but certain textures, not just makeup, but you know, food or anything, how it feels when I touch it is very important to me because certain things I'm just, you know, it's too wet, it's too slippery, and that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling greasy. I feel like I look kind of greasy, not even like oil showing through, it's like grease is what I'm feeling here, which is sad because when I first put this on, I felt like this was a very nice finish foundation, although it is a it was thick on the back of my hand like when it came out with just the one pump, and I feel like it is a pretty, you know, full coverage foundation. Really, I feel one pump is all you would need if you're using it. It was pretty thick when it came out and I realized it was pretty full coverage when I put it on my face, which isn't really, you know, the vibe that I go for when it comes to foundations, but I still was not mad at it when I blended it out, even though it is not my shade here. I thought it had a really nice finish when I blended it out, and even right now, I feel like if I were to blot my face, it would still have a nice finish of a foundation. So I feel like, you know, that kind of stinks that one, you know, this is how it's looking on my face what, 5 or 6 hours later, and this is how it's feeling on my face, because that's just a no-go for me. I really think that's the deal breaker there, because like I said, even though it was full coverage, I feel like you could dim it down a little bit if you did want to bring the amounts and the coverage that you're using there on your face, and it had a nice finish. But I guess it's just not for my skin type. I'm not really sure which skin type I would recommend it to, because I was looking and I saw someone say, is this for dry skin? And someone said, make sure you really hydrate your face before you put this on, which would lead me to believe that, you know, it might not be the friendliest for dry skin there, or it's supposed to be extremely matte, which is maybe that's why my face is looking like this. Like maybe it's one of those foundations where it's so matte that, you know, it's drying you out, so now you're producing more oil. But like even the side that I didn't set, where it's just foundation, is looking crazy, so I'm not sure about that there. But hey, you know, oily skin, dry skin, if you want to test it out, go ahead and test it out. So any other time, I would say, you know, would I go pick up my right shade, since I went into this knowing that this was not my correct foundation shade? We can't even get into that because of how the formula is. I'm not feeling it there. As far as the shade goes, like I said, trying to look at the bright side of things. The bright side is that the shades obviously do go darker. The downside here is this ain't my shade, and I don't know how to figure out my shade. I did go look on Ulta's website. This foundation is available there, but the Ulta website only had 40 foundations, and you guys know this is a foundation that comes in 100 shades, and out of the 40 shades on Ulta's website, they're not all available in store. That's something I mentioned earlier as well. Some of them are online only. Bright side there is that it's not just the dark shades that are online only, because sometimes with foundations there'll be a whole bunch of shades that you can get online in store, and then online in store, and then you get to the darker shades, and the darker shades are just online only. With this one, throughout, you know, all the categories, there are some shades that are only available online: light, fair, medium, tan, deep, dark. Some of them are only available online. So when you already have less than half of the range in store online, and then after that there's even less that you can get in store, and then on the company's website itself, their shade finder doesn't really work, because again, I was looking and I saw other people saying like, I tried this shade because it's what I was matched to and it wasn't the correct shade. It's like, what are you supposed to do? You know, like how are you supposed to find a shade? So I guess, you know, videos like this are really what you have to rely on. Obviously, if your shade or the shades that you think you might be are available in store, I would definitely recommend that you go in store to find it, because shade finder online ain't finding anything accurate from my own experience there. I would suggest going in store, and if the shade range or the shades that you think might be your shades are not available for you to get in store, just keep looking for her, you know, someone who might upload a video that you use as a shade reference. I really don't know what to say here, because it's like, what do you do at that point? Hopefully, you know, if PUR ever does come across this video, like they'll get it together, or if enough people, you know, try the shade finder and end up having to get the wrong shade, buying the wrong shade, like they'll go back in there and fix it. Because from my experience with Sephora, that shade finder thing can work. Like it will match you to exact shades. It's just that one on PUR's website was just not the business there. So that's pretty much it on that. Before I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and insert a flash test there, and that is pretty much it for this video. I hope it helped, you know, somehow. I guess if you were wondering, I guess, you know, how dark the shades go, hopefully this gives you an idea. There, I was watching the first half while I was editing it, and I was like, you know, if I couldn't see the rest of my body, okay, nice little shade here going on. Like if the rest of my body was the same shade and I was one actual shade, okay, come through with the darker shades there, PUR. Okay, I'm trying to find the bright side in this here. So I hope it helped. If it didn't, I don't know what to tell you, but make sure you thumbs up anyway, comment and subscribe down below. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye. I pulled my headband up. You can legit see the clear difference between my skin and the foundation. But you know what? Ooh. Okay.